Hi guys, Blair here with I Am Healing. I am borrowing an iPhone because I have managed to have technical difficulties with several devices this week, so my apologies for those of you that were looking for this video a little earlier. Tonight's topic is Astro-Numerology. And for those of you that are familiar with astrology, it's not like the Dime Store magazine or Cosmo, sun sign, daily horoscopes, or numerology. I don't know how many people are familiar with that, but my journey with numerology is quite special to me, and that is why I ended up studying these things more in depth. You know, you can go online and you can find all different free calculators and learn all these things over the years, like I did for years and years and years, and figure it all out on your own. But a lot of times you get these reports and you're like, I have no idea what to do with this now that I'm reading it, but I really like what I read, or this really made me sad or connected with me, or I see this as my challenges, or I do see this as my gifts, but most especially for me. Numerology was a representation of numbers, which to me, numbers don't lie. You know, I'm kind of a strange combination. I wanted to avoid everything woo-woo. Didn't want to be seen that way. Started out college as pre-med. It was very important to me to be respectable, professional, and all of these things. So I went hog wild, looking for a solution to studying this and really grounding it in science. And so numerology actually relates to physics quite a bit. Everything in the universe is actually vibrating at a repeating pattern of 1 through 9. So that is how you calculate numerology. You do it with both your date of birth and your full name at birth. And for me, astrology, when you take and you put these two things together, it's just that much more reaffirmation and confirmation. Let me give you an example. Throughout my life, as a very young child, I had a lot of visions of what my future would be. And I always saw that I had certain ideas that obviously other people didn't, about kindness and love and the way that life should be, and joy and happiness. And just like a lot of people, I got beat down in the world. And so in my early 20s, when I first calculated my numerology for myself, not just relying on plugging in my information, and started studying Pythagorean theory and understanding these things on a different level, my life path number was actually the number 33. And it spoke about things that spoke to my heart that were so buried in there and protected from everyone else. But reading this kept hope alive for me. It kept me going. It was like if somebody wanted to come and walk in on me reading my numerology, I would like cover it up and hide it, because, you know, I don't want you to say anything against what this is speaking to me. So it actually shows through the letters in our name, transit cycles, challenges. There's specific specific vibratory patterns for each number that represent different things. And the world speaks of these things. For instance, number one. Number one is known to be, hey, you're the best. You're the greatest, most powerful. You come first. And all those kind of things. And so it does carry that vibration, but there's a higher vibration of the number and a lower vibration. So a lot of the things that we've blamed ourselves for in our lives, we can actually see that we were under these different influences at different points, and it helps us take away some of that self-damning that we tend to do. And so as I studied this more and more and started applying it to my life and seeing okay, I'm in this pattern right now. This is what I have to fight through. This is what I can. It grounded me. It gave me something to center myself and hold on to. And then after I started studying physics and learning universal law and mathematical calculations, I decided that I was ready to tackle the ever so daunting astrological birth charts, because boy, are they complicated. And actually started applying numerology to the astrology. And then, of course, looking out there, found out, of course, I'm not the first person to ever do this. And I found a teacher and started studying that. And it's just the most beautiful awakening experience, because you can see both in the stars and where the planets and everything were at the time of your birth and the exact coordinates on this planet that you were born, and they align perfectly with the numerological transit cycles, your challenges, your life cycles and peaks. And what I find so exciting is you don't have to go at it alone and just go fill this thing out and read this and toss it in the trash. You know, what we do here at I Am Healing is we actually do consultation and coaching with it, and explaining and pointing out these different things and influences that matter most, talking about what's going on in your life right now, where it came from, what happened, pointing out, like I can look at somebody's numbers and say, okay, what happened when you were 19? Because this and this and this and this. So it's actually really great and really interesting to see these things line up. And since I did these two together, and again, I don't want to tip my woo-woo flag and make people think that I'm fully subscribing to all these things outside of just a central, beautiful, divine source. But it does work in many ways. And there are actually roadmaps on our hands too. You know, you can look at the palms of your hands and the lines and different symbols on your fingers, and they tie in too. So I love working with people in this. It's a really beautiful tool to give us something to look at, hardcore evidence of the things that we feel in our spirit, and help us grow and have the courage to do the things that we were meant to do in life, so that we can truly be fulfilled, so that we can feel what it feels like to truly be free, instead of feeling trapped in the world that tells us that what we want to do isn't okay. So if you guys have any questions or comments, let's get a conversation going here. I'd be happy to talk with you, answer a couple questions, and tell you how to get going. My website is www.iamhealing. It's not with no G, I'm sorry, I am healing, like the Texas I'm fixing to, iamhealing.com. And you will find an area there where you can fill out something for a divine blueprint. I have several different price point levels of how in depth we can go. I do recommend that you start with just the basics, and we could do a 1-hour consultation on that. And then as you apply that, we can go further. So I welcome your comments and questions, and I'm so glad to be able to be live on video because of all the difficulties I've had the last 2 days. So thanks for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Again, you can join us and follow us and get all kinds of good information at I Am Healing. And ladies, we are going forward with the Goddess, Warrior Goddess, Discover Your True Essence, a place for powerful women that are really after doing big things in life. And I will post that link to request membership to that as well. And I do screen that. I want to make sure that you are somebody that's ready to come in and really be a player and contribute to the group. So again, have a great night. Bye, guys.